Hiring professionals. Do you need them? Absolutely. And why, you ask? Well, have you ever planned a party for a large group of people who you wanted to truly connect with, and then had to deal with all the behind the scenes details? This is where hiring professionals comes in. And yes, you need them for your wedding because you want to enjoy and delight in your day with your guests. This is about connecting with your guests and celebrating in this special, special day. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about the difference between a wedding day coordinator and a planner. I'm going to talk about the ins and outs of hiring a photographer, and then some of the unknown facts about renting your venue. So let's talk about the difference between a wedding day planner / designer and a day of coordinator. What's the difference? So a wedding planner and a designer is somebody who will be with you from start to finish in planning your wedding. Simple, right? They are there to help you set your budget, which we talked about in the last video. They will help you style and design your day, and they will help you choose your venue and your vendors. So a wedding planner / designer, she is there to help you from the beginning to the end of your planning, which honestly can be about a year, sometimes more, sometimes less, but plan for about a year. She's gonna help you choose your vendors and your venue. She'll help you hone in on the specifics of your style and really highlight them to bring forward your personality on your day. And she'll help you with your budget. So when you choose your wedding day planner, one of the most important things, so yes, click off. She's going to do those things for you, and oftentimes there's different packages that you can choose from. But one of the most important things you need to consider when choosing your wedding day planner is, do you resonate with her? Like, does your personality vibe with her personality? And that doesn't mean that you necessarily have the same type of personality, but is she somebody that can complement your personality, that you feel you can communicate easily with, that you feel gets your style and what you're talking about? And that brings forth these ideas where you can start to see your vision and your ideas come to life, come to fruition. So really, choosing a wedding day planner / designer is about, can she bring balance to your personality and bring forth your designs? A wedding day coordinator, on the other hand, is somebody who will be there on your wedding day. She is meant to execute your plans. So what you'll be doing is creating your budget, hiring your vendors, and bringing forth your own style. Like a wedding planner, a wedding coordinator works behind the scenes on your wedding day, bringing forth all the logistics so that you don't have to worry, so you don't have to have the awkwardness and the anxiety. It's their responsibility. So hiring a photographer and/or a videographer for your wedding. There are a ton of photographers and videographers out there, especially where we are here, right in the Hill Country in Texas. There's a lot of videographers and photographers out there, and the most important thing is that you get one that matches your style, that matches your vibe. What? Like, do you even know the difference? I didn't know the difference. So quickly, the 3 kinds of photography that are out there, and check out these on Instagram. You'll be able to see the difference in them. There's timeless photography, there's light and airy photography, and there's dark and moody. I know, right? Who knew? So I encourage you and I invite you to just, if you don't know what style of photography you resonate, go on Instagram and start hashtag moody photography, hashtag light and airy photography. You'll get a sense of the difference. And then you'll be able to know, like, this is how I want my memories to be captured. This is how I want my story to be captured. The second thing your photographer should do for you is be able to meet your expectations. Are they upfront with their pricing? Are they transparent? They shouldn't leave you guessing. They should be able to answer all of your questions. and answer all of your questions clearly, not vaguely or abstractly. And this is really what distinguishes a professional photographer from, say, a family member. For example, a photographer should be able to tell you when you can expect the delivery of your photos. They know because they've done it so many times before. They have a system, and that system shows that they're professional. And the last thing I want you to know about choosing your photographer is it somebody that you feel can direct you on your day? You don't want to have that burden. So are they assertive enough where they can bring a large group of people together? That they're able to pull you away from a large group of people to get these images, to get these memories that you're going to look at for years and years to come. Lastly, I want to talk about your venue rental. So the venue is the space for which you're going to create your whole vibe, your whole guest experience, the way that you're able to connect and interact with your guests. When you're choosing your venue, keep in mind that the venue is focused on the property, and for the most part, they should be behind the scenes. Perhaps you see a venue manager, and actually it's a really good idea to have a venue manager on duty versus the venue just handing over the keys. That's a really good indication that they're professional, that they care about their venue, and honestly, that they're gonna keep you and your guests safe. Their main goal is that every person on their property be safe and have a good time. So you'll get a really good sense of this as you go on your venue tours. And if you're like me at all, it sort of is like buying a piece of jewelry. You know, I don't know what I like sometimes until I see it. I'm in there in person looking at it, and then it hits me like, this is it. This is the vibe I want. This is the place I want. And also note that the managers are there to be supportive of your experience. They want you to have a really good time, and they want your wedding to go off seamlessly. So they are there to support you and your vision. They should also be supportive of your vendors. So that's a big difference in venues is, do you have to use their vendors? And that depends on what kind of experience you want, honestly. Or do you want to be super creative and bring in your own? Oftentimes there are rules and guidelines around that. When you hear that in your tour, just know that it's meant to help you and support you on your day. As you can see, there's so many things to think about when hiring professionals. And what I want you to really take away from this is that you remember that you're going to be working with them. This is a working relationship for the duration of about a year. So the most important thing is that you and they are compatible. So we've talked about the difference between a wedding planner versus a wedding coordinator. We've talked about the specifics in hiring a photographer and a videographer, and we talked about nuances in venue rental. We know that this is a lot to take in, and we're here for you in this process. If you have any questions, leave them below. We're so happy to answer them, and continue on, and feel free to leave questions and comments at any time. This is just one of the 3 videos in the Start Here series. Thank you so much for watching. There's so much more for you to learn here on the Design Your Day channel. Be sure you're tuned in for more wedding tips by following us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We'll see you next time.